Hello.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh. Where y'all at?
I'm sitting right here. I got the recording paused, waiting on Sissy.
Oh, okay. Oh man.
Probably sleep.
Oh.
How you feeling?
Not bad.
Hey, baby. Your audio is connecting. Okay. So both of you guys got your volumes on pause.
Mine's on.
Let me know when y'all ready. Because we live.
Massive uppercut.
Oh.
You cozy?
Yeah, I am now.
You cozy, Sissy?
She over there in outer space somewhere.
I know. She either on the beach or she out of space or she over the Brooklyn Bridge. I want to travel like her.
I know. She got herself muted. You're muted.
Mm,
Kiana, you're muted.
Oh, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
So
I
you
said up
guys
here.
good to go?
Yeah.
So I set the live up already, but I just paused the video, paused the recording.
Okay.
So I think this will be the way to go. It's just much easier.
Yeah.
Y'all see that?
What was that?
Hold on, I'm trying to focus it in. I
See the
can't do it.
moon?
Hold on.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to show y'all. Hold on. Let me see if I do it this way.
Trying to show us the world.
No. I don't know why it's not focusing in. Hold on. I wonder if I. I don't know. Never mind. I was just trying to show y'all what. Uh-oh, what did I do here?
Not a clue.
Thing here. Okay. I was trying to show y'all what Keon had cooked.
We can't see because you got your
I know, there
backdrop
it is.
on.
Oh,
Oh, what is that?
He cooked some jerk chicken, no, curry chicken and rice and shrimp and greens.
Oh,
okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, where's the mac and cheese at? So he gonna cook mac and cheese tomorrow.
Good deal.
All right. Since
y'all
you're on
ready?
the way, so I can eat. Yeah.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Do I look crazy?
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Mama Sheila's with D and Key. We are talking about mental health today. Mental health. I know I had said earlier on the invite, so much mental health is going unchecked. Nobody's checking it. Or, actually mental health, you should treat your mental health like you treat your physical health.
Oh, yeah.
So Dee, this is your topic. We're gonna let you take it from the top.
my thing is every day, like you got actors and actresses and normal people, it's you see he suffered from mental health. She suffered from mental health. And whereas before nobody really talked about it. It was like that. It was like basically before it was okay to talk about the LGBTQ plus, it was like that. It was like,
Taboo.
we're not going to do that. Yeah, it was taboo. It was like,
Mhm.
shh, it's hush hush. But now you got all these other people that are suffering from it. And
Hmm.
the good thing is now it's more mainstream and people are talking about it more, which
Mhm.
is good because I think I could be wrong. I think everybody suffers from some kind of mental health, even if it's just a smidgen,
Mhm.
How
whether
could
it
you not?
be, yeah, whether it be OCD, whether it be schizophrenia, whether it be, anxiety or any other of those. I mean, I guess the best thing is like Sheila said, is get it checked.
Mhm.
Could save your life, could save somebody else's life. So, and there's families that have it. It runs rampant in families.
It's
Mhm.
such as ours, and I
Yeah,
think that's why we, our siblings and family, we don't really going to get a mental health checkup is like a part of our regular routine. I see a
yeah.
therapist twice a month. Um, and it's hard. But do you think, what about, this is what I want to know. All of the murders and vandalisms and robberies and all that bad stuff, do you think, how much of that do you think is mental illness?
Oh, that's a tough call because you don't know. It could be underlying, it could be right out in front. You don't know.
Like
Mhm.
everybody, I mean, like you said, everybody do have a touch of mental illness, but there's a lot of situations and things that are just happening now in the world that don't make sense to me. Is everybody
True.
mentally ill, or
Just a
has the
touch.
world gone crazy?
Probably a little bit of
Or
both.
not crazy, I'm sorry, evil, just evil. People just evil.
Each nowadays it's kind of hard to decipher.
Hmm.
You might have these, like, some of these cops might just be plain out evil, and some
Mhm.
of them might have mental health. And if you got an evil person with mental health, oh, that Lord, that's
Right,
it's not right.
right. And a lot of it too can be power trips. So I don't think all of these people that are out here murder, killing, and stealing are mentally ill. I think I was discussing with my son last week when these idiots felt the need to go down the street and bust out everybody's car windows. You know,
Where you're
I
living
was
at?
telling them, huh?
Where
We
you're
were
at?
out there by you at College Park, Bubba Sparks.
Oh, shoot.
Sheila,
Oh, huh?
you
Where would
silly.
it be?
Every time I say College Park, I have to say Bubba Sparks. I don't know why. But um that do wait. Here's something. Do you think that the high use of recreational drugs is driving people crazy or mentally ill? I'm sorry.
Mm-mm.
Because a lot of times they use that as a to
Calm
level
down.
people.
Mhm.
That medical marijuana and stuff like that, they use that to level people out who have certain illnesses. So
And how effective
I
is
don't
that
think that's
though?
it. Uh,
How effective is that?
well, when I lived in California, I knew a guy who had to use recreational marijuana. I mean, it literally made
That's
him,
a lot of people.
yeah.
That's a lot of people.
I mean, he had his little card and everything. This is before it was legal to sell it. Before dispensaries popped up everywhere. You know, he would get his from the VA or whatever. They would help
Mhm.
him out with. There's some, but it was legal. He had a card to carry it and everything. So it
I
really
think
helped
it
him.
has. I think it has a lot to do with the food. One, all this genetically modified food. I think it has a lot to do with that. And like Dee said at the beginning, I think it's just the fact of it's no longer a taboo and it's okay to talk about. So now all of it's coming out the woodwork because people are like, oh, okay, well, shit,
Yeah,
I really do have a mental illness. You know what I mean? And people are recognizing it, whether it be recognizing it with a family member or with themselves. That's what I
right.
think it is. I think it's out of the closet and it's not such a shame thing. Because with us black people in the black culture, first thing we say, he be all right. He
Yeah,
ain't
because
crazy.
yep, like when
You
we
know
were
what I mean?
growing
He
up,
be all
you
right.
didn't. When we were growing up, you didn't speak on it really too
Right.
much. They'd be
Right.
like, "Oh, that boy just crazy."
Right.
Mm.
Yep.
That's all they would say. He just crazy. He
Yep.
got issues. You
Yep.
know, it wasn't like, "Oh yeah, he's got this, this, and this." It was, "Oh, that he be all right. He crazy."
Yeah. It
Oh, he
wasn't
just need a
sitting down and
whooping.
looking.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
yeah. It wasn't sitting down and looking at the root of why
Right,
this person is constantly doing what they're doing. We just chalk it up to, oh, they're crazy or whatever. And with the older generation, to them, it's still a taboo. I think with the more
yeah,
younger generation, we're starting to step up and say, okay, there is something wrong with me. I do need counseling, or there is something wrong with my child. They do need counseling, or what steps
right.
do we need to take to make sure that this doesn't go deeper or further and get too far out of hand.
But
Absolutely.
the only part about that I hate. I mean, I know with mental illness, it's those big pharmaceutical companies. They're like,
Mhm.
okay,
Mhm.
time to rack up, people.
Mhm.
This person's
Yep.
got this, and this. Let's give him this, and this.
Yep.
When some of these things make you worse than what you come in there for in the first place.
Yep. That's what they're made
That's
for.
yeah, and that's the one thing I really hate. It's all business.
Yep.
Everything
That's
is a business. Mental illness is not a business, it's a serious cause.
hmm
But
Yep.
the big pharmaceutical companies, they turn it into a business.
Yep.
Well, the pharmaceutical companies are holding back. You guys would be astonished to know how many cures that are out there for so many different
Oh
diseases
yeah,
and
I
No,
know
no, I
about it.
conditions,
wouldn't.
and they're
It wouldn't
holding
amaze
back
me at
on
all.
that. That's a
It would not
whole nother
amaze me at
story.
all.
They're holding back on that simply so they can profit. You
Hmm
know,
You got to think
Yep.
about it. Look at Magic Johnson. This man had AIDS for how long now?
hmm
he had it for
Uh,
25 minutes.
but he's got the money to pay for the medication. There's a difference.
Right.
Well, everybody else is just like, okay, well, he died of the little four.
Right.
Mm.
So it's just because he ain't got the money to do the medication like Magic does. But I, it's just it's a lot.
It's more than a lot. It's
I mean,
more than a lot. In like you said earlier, they would brush it off back in the day, like, oh yeah, that boy just need a whooping, or
yeah,
hmm
some people even equate um mental illness with a demonic spirit.
hmm
yeah,
That's true.
yeah. That is true. And
So, and if that, if and I actually, there, I think there are some mentally ill people who are demonic. Um, but I think there's some chemically induced
yeah,
mental ill people.
hmm
So there's that, you got the ones that are demonic, and then you got the ones that are chemically induced,
hmm
yeah.
and you can tell the difference by their action.
This is true.
Hmm.
But I mean, like I said, families suffer from this stuff,
hmm
Oh yeah.
losses, and like
Oh
you
yeah.
said, I mean, it's rampant in our family. We've had losses. We've had all kind of things that could have been provoked that weren't.
Yeah.
And that's
You know, and
just
I think the older people that were deemed mentally ill in our family, I think that they could have been better if
right.
they weren't overly medicated.
Yeah.
I mean,
But then
how you,
you got some of these families that don't believe in medication either.
yeah,
Mhm.
but you know
They
what
don't believe in
the
taking it.
hardest thing on earth to do is to get a mentally ill person to take their medication.
True.
Mess up. Yeah, you know medicine. You need fruits and vegetables. Yeah, everybody from the down south up, everybody fucked up in here because they eat bacon and
No
ham.
cussing.
Oh, no cussing. Well, everybody messed up because they eat bacon and ham,
Hmm.
and everybody's got, and everybody else mental illness come from structure. Everybody got to do this, that, and the third. Stress all about working. Depress motherfucker, oppress people.
He trying. Can you hear him? Can you
Kind
guys
of,
hear him?
kind of.
Mhm.
Everybody boxes it. I'm up. On top of that, the social media got people tripping.
Why don't you hop on
Um,
on the Zoom? We can't see you.
I'm the
That's your nephew, Kiana and Irving.
but
That's okay. Hey, all insight is good insight.
everybody just use it. I mean, probably gotta use it. Everybody do it.
Okay, but their fruits and vegetables are not going to cure. And some mental illnesses are demonic. Some mental illnesses, and this is just my perception, and some mental illnesses are um, chemical imbalances in the brain.
Yeah.
Some mental illnesses are chemically induced. Some mental illness is stress enforced. So there's a lot of ways, but you can't like just go get a bowl of cherries and grapes and think it's gonna go away. It's not gonna happen. You can't let it go untreated.
Yeah.
The medicine.
The medicine, you have to get the right doctor for the right medicine.
And the elements.
Right.
Medicine on earth is food. Or do somebody that may help you talk out of it. The way you gonna get the ultimate help is get somebody else's point of view. And that way they can you up because you don't even take yourself out telling yourself stuff like that.
Ooh, I was so sorry. Y'all see what I just did? That
Yawn.
was so unprofessional.
But yeah, once you start working out, your whole mind feels better. Like brain,
That's a proven fact. That's a proven
sunlight,
fact.
sunlight.
That's a proven
I
fact.
was just watching something on YouTube where they said the dude went over there and said over here because he said that is where they kill himself. Even when the dude would have our money, we lose our spouse, we do whatever, and we jump out of the plane. And that's only one reason why they kill mental health is crazy. You got so much going on. Too much built around everything.
Yeah, but mental health was prevalent before.
In black people,
Yeah, it was.
look where we come from. We come from people
It
whipping our
was,
backs and treating us.
but it was prevalent. It was signs of mental illness.
That's
BC.
right. And then once you be
Yeah.
young,
Well, coming up, they used to
so the
people with mental illness. They used to try to give them that. They used to try to give them lobotomies and that electroshock therapy to try to get it out of them and stuff like that.
Masturbation.
Yeah,
that's a
and they
demonic
never
thing.
really
That's
knew.
a demonic thing right there.
What?
Masturbation. That's more demonic than the mental illness. That all plays a part. And that's but
What is that going? What does that solve?
More of a spiritual thing.
that's more of a
What? Masturbation?
yeah.
No, they
What
used to
is,
use. They used to try to
this ain't the Kama
um
Sutra.
cure. Look, if if
Y'all talking about
masturbation
Kama
is
Sutra.
demonic, Oh boy, I need to wear a wig because my horse gonna come out. That's if you doing it every day. Masturbation does not stagnate. Listen, I'm a certified sexual health educator. Yeah, that's a sickness. That's an illness. And you can
Yeah.
and being
Chronic
addicted to
masturbation is an illness.
masturbation is an illness too. If
It's an
you a
illness.
chronic masturbator, if you
Yep.
every time you turn around, you jacking off or twinkling the tinky, then that's that's an issue, yes. But
Being a
masturbation
master debater
is,
is demonic.
huh?
Being a
Yeah,
master
that's what it's.
debater is,
It's actually an illness if you're a chronic masturbator.
If
oh,
you're chronic,
Yeah, yeah.
but that's just
Yeah, it's
everything
an
in
illness.
excess. But see, the thing about it is, if you when you masturbate and you climax, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It releases endorphins.
No, do y'all know what this? I know. Hold on. Do y'all,
And it
okay, do y'all
Didn't I
know?
resets
just
your
tell him I
brain.
was certified sexual?
No, I'm not. No, listen. Okay,
But the thing is, I think the biggest mental illness out there that everybody has a piece of is depression.
Yeah, yeah,
That is
yeah.
one of the biggest ones out there. Depression leads to
Everybody think they're not where they want
schizophrenia.
to be.
Depression leads to all these
It
other
is
ones.
self-inflicted. Most of it. Not all of depression is self-inflicted, but
Right.
there's a lot of depression is self-inflicted. You can be born depressed.
That's a
Yeah.
no, that's
To me, that's the biggest one out there. Because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes when I'm sitting here, I get depressed. But I know how to snap myself out of it.
It's
You know,
hard.
it's hard,
It's really
but it
hard.
happens.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It happens.
Trust me, I've been there a couple of times. I've
try being
actually
a
been
high functional
suicidal.
depressed.
Yeah.
Huh?
Try being a high functional depressed person.
Yeah, now
It's
that's
worse.
crazy. Yeah.
It's worse. Believe me, it's draining. It's very draining. It is.
It's crazy. It's like a
It
never
is.
ending story.
Mm-hmm.
You can be happy one
Yeah, it
minute.
is.
I mean, it's
do you know
almost
what
it
do you know what
almost
your depression is? Do y'all know what your depressions are?
no.
Mine's is high functional.
No. What I mean, do you know what's causing it?
You mean the root cause?
Yeah. Mine
No,
is probably
for me, mine's can be any given day. Like
right.
mine's isn't really triggered by events.
I,
Mine's
my,
is just when I wake up, if I'm feeling I'm feeling a low, but because I'm high functioning, it kicks my adrenaline into overdrive, but that underlying depression is still
it's
there.
still there.
So
Yeah.
I get real busy and I get real talkative and I get real agitated and I get real finicky because I'm trying to battle off that depression.
Right.
And I can
And
feel
I'm
it when it comes. And when I go low
yeah.
in bed, don't want to talk to nobody, don't want to do any of that. So mine's really isn't caused by certain events, people, places, none of that. It's just me. I can wake up one
Yeah.
day and just be just in a funk. But like I said, because I'm high functioning, I still try to do everything so nobody knows that I'm depressed. So I'm still making jokes, I'm still laughing, I'm still doing stuff 50 miles an hour, I'm still talking a lot, I'm agitated, you know what I mean? I'm up, I'm
Yep.
down, I'm doing everything to try to keep my mind off of settling into that depression. And it's draining.
Until and it really hits you when you sit down.
Yeah,
When you
exactly.
have
That's why
nothing
you
else
try
to
to,
do at by the end of the night,
yep,
when you sit down,
yep,
that's when it's like, son of a bitch.
yep,
It's just there. And
yep.
it's
It's just there.
sometimes you can shake it, sometimes it's just
Yep.
there.
It rides your back.
Yep.
It rides your
I
back.
mean,
Around this time last year, I was going through it really bad. It
right.
rides your back. I wasn't hanging out with nobody. I wasn't doing like none of that. Like none of that. It rides you. It really does. And then some days I'll wake up and I'm perfectly fine. But because I'm high
Yeah.
functioning, you'll never really know unless like I go into hermit mode. When I go into hermit mode, it means something's going on because y'all know I like being around people. I'm always talking to people. I'm always texting and calling. I'm always on Facebook or whatever. I'm always active. So
Yeah.
if y'all see me go inactive, that means I'm hitting a low or something like that.
And that's like me. You always see me. I'm cracking jokes. I'm smiling. I'm doing this, but still underlying it sets there.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
sets there. But I've been dealing with it for so long that
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I
Yeah.
understand it, and I can kind of pretty much deal with it myself.
Yeah. You know when it's coming on.
Yep. And that's the biggest thing. So, but
Yeah,
a lot of
I
people
usually
don't
get irritated.
understand it. Yeah, I get irritated real easy sometimes, but
I get
most of the
irritated
time,
easily, period. I do. I mean, that's just my attitude, period.
you're
Y'all know
right.
I have I've always had an up and down attitude since I've been born. I can wake up, it'll be 90 degrees out, the sun shining. I got $1,000 in my bank account, and I'll still be like, what the fuck do you want? What the F do you want?
Oh,
Like,
okay.
you know what I
Leave
mean?
me
Like, I still
alone.
will have a nasty attitude. It's just
Yeah.
me.
You need to
It's just
come
how my
on to the stage.
mind is wired. It's not as bad as it used to be since I found meditating and my spirituality and all that kind of stuff. I learned how to deal with it. It's not as bad as it used to be, but it's part of my personality. So it's
And
nothing I
what's
will ever fully kick.
and what's funny is that used to help me out a lot too. It's just sitting there in total silence
Mm-hmm.
and just good
Yep.
deep breaths. It just kind of
Let it
blocking
out.
out everything. Yep.
Yep.
That used to help me a lot. But
Depression is
tell that boy can't nobody hear
No,
him. Tell him to come sit right there by you so
well,
he can
it
hear what
just
he talking about.
you can go ahead. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm.
and you still have depression.
But yeah,
It's all about diet. You eat dead stuff, you get dead vibration.
he know nobody can hear him, right?
I can't hear nothing he's saying.
All I
Right,
say
and
is
I
he
keep
was
telling him to get on stage,
tell him to sit right
or
next to
either
you.
sit closer. Come closer.
Come closer,
No,
baby.
Okay, no, we still can't hear him. Tell him to sit right there by you.
Come start making love to the mic and talk.
Yeah. Let's get closer than close. Well,
can y'all hear him now?
me don't hear
Yes, you
nothing. Me don't hear nothing.
can. Yes, you do.
Me don't hear a ting. Okay.
Okay, go ahead, finish.
Okay.
They can hear you. Durbin's messing with
Oh, but yeah, sounds like anxiety. Sounds like depression.
What's that?
This is what y'all was talking about, because I know people in the projects who you can't make them mad. You can't hit them down. You know what I'm saying? They don't got half the stuff rich people got.
Right.
But I know people who got everything and still be down and that like Keanu said about having, money in the bank and all of that and still be feeling down, then that's something that's different. That might be anxiety. That might, like I said at the beginning of everything, it might be a anxiety thing. What if people don't want to hear?
You sound like Lil Wayne talking.
It's a little bad. It's not, but the diet is everything, man. Like what you put in your body is everything. You put dead food in your body, you gonna have dead vibrations. You put a high vibrating food in your body, you gonna be uplifted. You gonna be upbeat at all times. You work out, more oxygen to your brain, the more you can think. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of that depression comes from brain clutter anyway. Brain fog and all of that stuff. Overthinking and all of that. The
See,
more sunlight, it changes your mood. You get about an hour or two of sunlight a day, it changes your whole mood. You don't even depressed for what? So, but and then like the mind is stronger than the body. So
yeah,
they used to tell us back in the day, and I played basketball. So if you think you lose and lost the game, before you get in the corner, if you think you're gonna lose, you gotta lose. You know what I'm saying? If you think you're gonna be
yeah.
sick, you're gonna be sick. Somebody who always sick, that's because they think they sick. That's because they think they sick. Soon as they don't turn around, they think they're gonna come in with a cold. Like I said, the brain is stronger than the body, you gonna have a fucking cold. You have a cold, so I say. You don't have a call.
Go ahead. Just do
Like,
you.
you always in depression mode. That's what you're gonna keep. If you always gonna have it on you, it's not gonna go nowhere. But if you think different, it's gonna happen. It's just gonna happen. But like, I know depression and all that stuff is real. I've been over here last month. I've been over there all week. Having like
All week.
my reason is like saying like I'm for real. Like I think the universe is like hold everything against me at this point just to stop strong to do this. But other than that, though, you can keep that move. You know what I'm saying? I stay in the gym, you know, like I stay working out. I got those, you know, I feel my body more just to be in a good mood. For my heart, you know what I'm saying? So I'm straight. You're not gonna be myself and thinking depression over here at all. You know what I'm saying? But I think everybody can snap out of it if they're just saying that. If they saying you're only depressed because you're doing the same stuff trying to get different results. You know what I'm saying? That's like
Yeah,
that's the sanity.
yeah.
That's like the definition of doing this stuff and thinking something's gonna change and it's not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? If you start moving in a direction and you probably get different results. But
I mean,
it's hard living. It's hard living.
I agree with that to a point because when I lived in California, I mean, I was at my best. When I was teaching kids karate, I was roofing and everything else. Man, I was at my best weight. I was at my best. You know, I rode my bike. I mean, energetic, but still, when I sat down, I mean, that's when it would hit. And
But then that means
I,
that means that that means that you probably you probably got something in the back of your head that bother you. You know what I'm
I'm
saying? Because like
always, that's my biggest thing. My mind is always running. My mind is always running, whether it's good or bad. It's hard. It used to be hard for me to calm it down, but I used to do like Keanu was saying. That's when I used to meditate the most, and that used to help me the most. But now I'm to that point where I've gotten used to it. I can fight it off naturally,
it's gonna come
but
on when you can't
it
do that. You're gonna impress off somebody. You can't do that. You can't do that because you're gonna be mad at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You can put Mr. Rogers on all you want, but you gotta let it out someday. The longer you depress, the longer you suppress that in, you're gonna break somebody's neck. It's gonna be a mad thing, and that's not even your hero. You know what I'm saying? But that's me. I play fool all the time. I play fool all the time. When I get mad, I get mad. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
anytime like you just packing it in, packing it in, packing it in, you need to go back to your karate, back some board or something. Because if you
And
say
that's
shit,
just
man,
it. That's what I was
too
teaching
far.
when I was in California. That's what I was doing. I was teaching kids karate. Like I said,
Oh, she fell off the planet.
Yeah.
I was at my best. But now it's to the point where I can I've taught myself how not to get angry. I had to. You can
But
ask
you know
any
what?
you can
We
ask
call
any one
you.
of these guys. You can ask any
I,
one of these guys that I really don't get angry.
you don't, but when you you're worse than all the counterparts. When you
Henceforth,
don't,
why I train myself not to. It's
Mm.
not easy because I
she has to be on what on mute.
half the time I see some of these people. Why do you think I'm always laughing? My laughter controls my anger.
Yeah.
My laugh is sometimes
My
we just gotta laugh and say, oh my God,
yeah, my
I don't
joking helps
know.
me control my anger.
Yeah.
So
Like
Well, I can tell you, I toned it down a lot.
a lot. I was just
I have
telling you,
a lot.
I was just telling your nephew was this was that yesterday. That I love that new spirituality thing that you got going on. It's really
Mhm,
working for you.
oh
mhm.
It's
yeah,
working
yeah,
for you.
Yeah,
definitely.
I've toned it down a lot because
You seem
my
in a
anger
happier
was,
spot now.
yeah, my anger was like literally 0 to 100. There was no in between. And it was just, it was ugly. Then when I would come down, I'd be like, what did I just do? Like I
And
wouldn't,
see,
and the crazy thing is I wouldn't feel bad about it. You know what I mean?
right.
Because I've always had that in my mind. If I said it, I meant it. If I did it, I meant it type thing. So for somebody to get me to the point where I got that angry, it must have been warranted. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I don't just get angry or blow up or, whatever over just nothing when it's geared towards somebody. It had to be a reason.
Right.
So, but yeah, a lot of stuff that in the past would not have flown with me, I let it roll off me now. And you have to, first of all, because I'm getting older. Second of all, because my spirituality has really taught me triggers. Going to counseling has really taught me how to control my triggers. And I've learned what my triggers are. So I've learned to stay away from that. I've cut those people out of my life like that. And I just try to live a more happier life. My director literally came down to me the other day and was like, you really keep this office grounded. Like, and I'm like, thank you. And remember, I'm like one of the second newest person there. I only been there 6 months,
Right.
and that felt good for her to, actually recognize my light that I try to carry around with me everywhere I go. You know
That's
what I
awesome.
mean? So
Yeah.
it's one of those things. I just try not to be angry. I found myself getting riled up over the week over some of the stuff the department that I'm working with has been doing. But I just learned to control that. I didn't lash out. You know what I mean? I just stepped away from what I was doing for a minute, got my bearings, and then jumped back into it. That's all I can do because, like I said, with me
Yeah.
getting older, my body can't handle that anger no more.
Yeah. I've learned to go with the flow. And if I don't like the flow, then I'm getting the hell out the water.
Yep, and that's what you should do. That's
Yeah.
what you
I've
should do.
learned
I've
that.
learned not to make other people's problems my problems. My
Yep.
girlfriends, I used to get so upset over their problems. That's your problem. I'm
I was
gonna
at,
be
That,
with you. I'm gonna thug it out. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give you advice. It might upset me, but I'm not gonna let it upset me to the extent that it used to.
right.
People problem
yeah,
is their problems.
that is
Yep.
Even
something.
that with my kids. I'm learning that with my kids. Y'all problems are y'all problems. I'm here to talk to you about it. I'm gonna give you my advice. I'm gonna tell you how I feel about it, and that's
Yep.
on you. That you can take my advice and do whatever with it, or you don't have to. But when it comes back to bite you in the ass, and you should have done what I told you to do, I don't want to hear nothing about it. You know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
I,
mean?
I'm not gonna say I told you so, but
Nope. I'm just gonna shake my
lesson
head,
learned. Call it lesson learned.
or I'm gonna recall that conversation we had however long ago. You got to let people carry their own bearings. And that used to be my biggest problem. Wanted to fix everybody, wanted to be that Captain Save a friend, Captain Save a man, Captain, just Captain Saver. I wanted to be that person. And that was starting to wear on me. And I can't do it. And the minute that I realized that, and I just started letting stuff go, letting people go, letting people problems go, you know what I mean? It's
Yep.
just been way better for me. And it's
Yeah.
still hard. It's really hard
It
because
is
that's the
hard.
kind of person I am.
Right.
Yeah,
But
and
you,
and we're a long line of fixers. I mean, think about it. That's what we do. We fix shit. Like
You said a long
remote
line of witches? I know. That's what I've been trying to tell it.
fixers. I
Oh,
said
fixers,
fixers.
not
fixers,
witches.
fixers,
Fixers.
fixers. My bad. My bad.
We
Go
are.
ahead.
I mean, it's you know what? I
Sheila
was
said,
telling
no, no,
Sabrina,
no, fixers, fixers, fixers.
fixers, fixers, fixer job.
Oh
But
my
we
goodness.
are, we are a long line of fixers. You know, and even Saban, he's been a fixer since he was a kid. I was just telling him that the other day. Look at Ramon. Look at, dad and mom. Fixers, fixers,
Well,
fixers.
the thing about us is we like happiness. We
Yeah,
don't like
yeah.
all we don't like no mopey moles around us. So,
That's
if we
right.
can kind of help them cheer up a little
Mow
bit,
your ass
that's
off.
what we'll try to do.
Yeah.
And I think that comes from our upbringing. We had a damn good upbringing. We
Right.
weren't abused. We weren't, never deprived anything. We had big houses and cars and never,
Yeah.
without food and all that other kind of stuff. So when I see a person that is lacking that type of thing, I'm learning to show empathy for them, but I'm
Right.
learning try to not fix it for them. I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
I can't
I've
do it no
learned
That's
more.
I've
The
learned to
people that
just
I've done that for in the past, I've either been kicked in the butt or it's been spat back in my face, and I'm
yeah.
sorry, I can't do it no more. Like, I'm
I've
sorry,
learned to just
I
pray
can't.
for you. I've
Yep,
learned to
I
just pray
can't.
for you. That's
I
that's
keep you
all
in
I
my
do.
meditation.
Exactly. I'll keep you in my
That's
prayers,
about
but I'm
all
gonna
I
keep
can
going
do.
forward here. That's
Yeah,
about
that's
it.
that's about all I can do. I can't
I'm
do it no
still work in progress on that. I'm still work in progress on that.
more. Mm-mm. You're not gonna lay your
Oh.
burdens down on me. I got too much stuff. And then not only that, when that stuff happens, that lowers your vibration. So
Mm-hmm.
now your vibration is lower. So all the good stuff you was attracting is no longer going to be attracted. And you're going to be sitting here finding yourself in a string of bad luck or whatever with this
Mm.
person that you were sitting here trying to help. Either that or they siphon your energy. So now all their bad luck or the sadness and bad luck or whatever they
It's
had stuff
all on
not going
you.
right for them, it's on you now. And now they siphon your energy and now now they up, you down and they up. Like, how did those tables turn? You really have to watch your energy
Yep.
around people. You really
Mm-hmm.
you really do. That's why I wear my crystals. That's why I do my meditations. That's why I do, my baths, and that's why I do my rituals. That's why I do all of that. Because, and especially with somebody like me who ride a train every day, where mental illness runs rampant
Yeah.
on that
Mm.
train.
Yeah.
Nope,
I'm about to get you a pretty taser like mine.
nope. Oh, I'm getting ready to start driving, honey. They got one more week of me, and I'm about to start driving to work. I already got my parking set up. Matter of fact, I got to drive this week to work because they're doing construction and stuff on the train rail that I got to ride.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, so yeah, it's just and then like people with us who we already have fragile mentals because it runs deep in our family,
Yeah.
we have to be very, very careful.
Cautious.
We have to be
Very.
Yeah.
very careful.
Extremely.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
actually, I'm actually, once I get over this hurdle that I'm trying to get over, I'm actually going to take a self-sabbatical.
You should.
Meaning,
Yeah. Ain't nothing
I
wrong
am
with that.
going to, I am going to go and check myself in to some posh hotel
Mhm,
for about 3 days
mhm,
and
Yep.
just get it all out.
mhm,
Get it all out. I am in seriously need of me time. And when my niece who has her own life is stressing about me, that's not good. I don't
That's
want
mhm,
true.
anybody stressing or worrying about me. And you know things have to be bad if you can feel it, because I can hide some shit,
mhm.
you
Yeah.
know. And I don't want to give everybody, what is it, bad vibrations or low vibrations or
Low
whatever.
vibration.
Bad vibes.
I don't want that. I don't want that to be my persona.
Mhm,
Because it never is. Everybody is like, TT, she look crazy.
mhm.
I
That's
already
me.
think that, but that's a
I know
different
that's what I
story.
said when I send Raymond up to Michigan this summer. I'm going to find myself on the beach somewhere. I'm taking myself like probably down to Florida or something by myself
Yep.
and just unwind. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Find myself
Just
on the beach, give me
kick back,
some
relax.
give me some grounding done, give me some water meditation done, like
Hmm.
just literally disappearing for a weekend. So I feel you, sis. I'm really looking forward.
Yeah.
I'm either gonna
So
go down to Florida or I'm going down to Carolina. It's gonna be one of the two by
I'll
Yeah.
probably
myself.
end up in North Carolina because I got all them free rooms.
Yeah,
So
so I definitely I need to go somewhere where it's warm and on the beach, just by myself. I'm turning my phone off. No, nope.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Not a
Yep,
but
thing.
you
gotta
know,
do
I
it
used to do that every year.
as you should.
Every year
That's good.
I
You
would
should.
go somewhere by myself because my therapist back in Michigan told me to do this like years ago. I would go somewhere by myself for 2 days or 3 days, and I would buy a brand new. She fell off the planet
She just
again.
fell off. What the hell?
She fell off the planet.
I dropped my phone.
Oh
Yo,
my
that
God.
Kiki out of this world.
Call me Astro Girl.
Kiki out of this world. Okay, so
Jeez.
um, I would go and I would buy a new bathrobe, new nightgown, and new slippers.
Hmm.
And when I leave there, I would leave my old bathrobe, my old nightgown, and my old slippers.
Hmm.
Okay. Out with the old,
And I
in with
would
the new.
just sit there, and I mean, cell phones were, we had cell phones back then, but they weren't as, hell, I think it was because we had church. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? I didn't
Yeah.
my laptop everywhere I went back there, or you didn't have your cell phone, the tablet, and a goddamn laptop. You know what I'm saying? So it for my psyche, that's what I'm going to have to get back to doing.
Mhm.
You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I started 2023 off all wrong against everything that I usually would start and it all shows. So all this bad juju and karma and low vibrations, it's got to go because it's cramping my style.
Well, just let me know when you run a Reiki session.
Oh, what?
I need
Look it
my
up.
life like this candy cane.
Look it
Oh,
up.
what?
A Reiki
Y'all
session.
hear me?
Look it up. REIKI.
Yep, I need a raping section.
Whatever,
I need a
smart ass.
raping session.
You get some of that good energy flowing back in you.
Oh.
Open up
Okay.
some of them chakras.
Well, put me on the calendar soon. Huh?
Just let me know. Let me know. I gotta do Keon's before he leaves.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of testing I'm going through right now, but I hope I pass.
Just remember, like I tell my kids, life is a pendulum. When it swings down, it's gotta come back up.
Yep.
So
That's
remember
true.
that you're gonna hit a lot low. There's always gonna be lows in life. Or just think of it that at some point in
Yes,
time
but
you can't stay low. You can't stay low. You're gonna swing back up high. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but eventually that pendulum's gonna swing back up. You just gotta look at it that way. This is just a temporary setback for a major comeback.
Yep.
That's how you
Fight
gotta
the
think
good
of it.
fight. Fight the
Because if
good
you
fight.
stay in that low vibrational
well,
thought process, you're never going, I don't want to say never, it's going to take you longer to pull out of it. So you just got to do what you got to do to get over that hurdle. Just try to be mindful and stay positive while doing it. And next time you blink, you're going to be like, dang, what was that? I was tripping over that little shit. Like, please, I don't ever want to do it again, but I came out unscathed. I'm good. That's just how you
Yeah.
have to think of it. Because just like Saban was saying, the mind is the strongest muscle in your body, and it's
Yeah. It's the most
also the
powerful
most
tool you got.
powerful that you have.
Yep.
Your mind can
yeah,
do
I get that. I
crazy stuff,
understand.
but you got to be
But
open
when
to it.
you spent the last, but when you spent the last 5 or 6 years of your life grinding, so you won't be put in this situation, and then the situations that you're in, it you don't want to blame anybody because life happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
Mhm.
hard.
Well,
It is
it's a
very hard.
And ain't
universal
really shit
test.
too hard for
It's
You're
a
me.
it is
and
a
you're human.
universal test. You're gonna have those.
You're human. Yeah, you're
Yep. It's
okay
how
to
you
feel
come
those
through 'em.
emotions. It's just how long you sit in those emotions.
Yep.
Oh
You know what I
no,
mean? So you already have
can't.
started
You
the
know
steps to do
me.
what you need to do to pull yourself out of it. All you can do is just keep on up that hill and know when you get to the top, you're going to plant that flag and you're going to keep going. Well, everybody has said, I will never be in this situation again. I will never do this again.
They
Somewhere down
lied.
the line, you right back
Yep.
in
They're
it,
right back there.
so it
Girl,
happens.
yes.
It happens.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you, I
Yes.
ain't never
Like,
gonna be
what
in
the
where I was at in
hell?
2016 again, though. I'm doing everything to make sure I'm never where I was at in 2016. But anyway, you gotta, it happens. I mean, that goes with
Yeah.
relationships, that goes with jobs, I said I was never gonna go back to higher ed. Look where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know
Some
what I
things are
mean?
inevitable.
So it is what it is. You'll
Yep.
be okay.
Well,
She keep
of
throwing them
course,
bows.
of course. I just don't like it.
Throw them.
You get fucking accustomed to some shit. Like, fuck.
Well, you see how
Mm.
some let's just say we're stronger than others. A lot of people, if they was in your situation right now, they probably would have they self.
I was gonna say they be
Um,
gone.
yeah, so you're doing better
Oh
than most.
no. No,
But
you
I'm saying,
can't do
you
that.
see how you just kind of feel like you fell for grace, and I'm gonna say you feel like it that you fell from
Mm.
grace. A lot of people can't take that,
Yeah.
you know. But you're strong enough to know that this is just temporary, and you'll be okay.
That's why my siblings.
You'll be fine.
You be all right.
You'll be all right.
But y'all know I'm not no Debbie Downer. I came home yesterday feeling like I was Debbie fucking Downer.
I know, because your energy was very low yesterday. I wanted to
Yeah.
take you up in the room and do some Reiki on you right then and there.
Somebody Somebody need to take me to the room and do some Reiki.
Okay, that one is not for me. I'm gonna exit stage left.
Oh, what time is it?
I ain't
Time for
saying
me to
nothing.
eat.
I got another live in 2 minutes, y'all.
What you going
All
live
right.
on?
Huh?
Well,
What you going live on?
I am going to I'm going to get ready to do a bath and body sale for
you
House
got
Up
a
and
sex
Play.
therapy session.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, this was a good topic.
It
It
was.
was.
I'm
So
glad I was able to join.
me too.
Now I'm going to sit and eat my dinner that my son made for me an hour ago.
Mm.
And on another lighter note,
And if
I
y'all did live for a freaking 55 minutes away, I'd be over there getting me a plate.
on the 27th, I have to go see the surgeon to see what they're going to do about my hernias.
Oh,
So
good. So you'll get some kind of answer.
yeah, nine
Good.
out of
Okay.
10, they're either gonna set the surgeries up and just get it over with, or well, I think that's the main thing is to basically set the surgeries up.
Okay.
So that's my biggest thing, and I'll just keep you guys posted on what's
I'm gonna
going
say, yeah,
on.
keep us posted.
But other than that, cool.